Hey, our show today is about art. Art is a lot. I mean, there's art about singing. Way Marie. Okay, I got a frog in my throat right now. But art, and then we got art is painting. I don't mean painting fences. I'm talking about painting beautiful scenery and all. And we're going to talk about the courthouse. Now, everybody thinks when they go to the courthouse, the judge is going to be there. It's going to be hammering, and law and order. So today, I invited a real judge in the Common Pleas Court here in Norristown. And she come up with the idea that we should have art in the courthouse, that people, put you in a good atmosphere when you're walking around the courthouse. Because you go there to get marriage license, you get dog license, you go to jail too. But, okay, so without me talking too much, I got two guests here and they're loaded with information. So, introducing in this corner like in Madison Square Garden wearing red dress. All right, tell me who you are and what you do.
I am Carolyn Tornetta Carluccio, and I am a judge in the Court of Common Pleas at Montgomery County. I'm also the chair of the community outreach for the Montgomery Bar Association this year.
Good. That's the Bar Association. This is part of it. Okay. And you are vice chair. Tell me who you are.
I am the vice chair to this wonderful chair for the Community Outreach Committee, and my name is Melissa Boyd. I'm an attorney with a law firm in Norristown, High Swartz LLP.
Esquire, too, right?
The Esquire
means lawyer.
Esquire means lawyer.
It means attorney.
It means attorney, and I practice exclusively family law.
Oh, family.
Yes.
What do you mean by family law?
Family, I help families, children. I do everything from custody actions, support actions, adoptions.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Is Judge Ott still there?
Judge Ott is still there, and he is in orphans court. So he does
He's the one you see mostly, I guess, huh?
No, I see, he's in orphans court, so he's helping people that have will problems, estate problems, dependency issues.
Now we know something about, okay, now, Judge.
Yes.
Tell me what this courting art, courting art, tell me, what is it?
I'll tell you about it, Hank. What happened, well, if you think about it, every year, hundreds of attorneys give their time and their attention to matters that are important to them. They donate their time, they donate money and efforts to make the legal community a better place and to make our community a better place. And courting art is one of those initiatives. It was started just in this past year as part of the Community Outreach Committee of the Bar Association. The Community Outreach Committee is a committee of the Bar Association that's comprised of leaders in the bar and a few lawyers.
Is that a committee?
It's a committee,
Okay.
but we don't have just lawyers on that committee. We also have leaders in the community itself. We have leaders.
Wait. You have who? What else?
Other leaders, for instance, we have the head of the Montgomery County Libraries. We have the head of the Montgomery County Foundation. We have one of the representatives, Jeff Brandon, from TD Bank.
Okay.
We have the head
how
of...
about John Doyle with the Center
John
Theater?
Doyle. You know what? I think we need John
what
Doyle.
art? Center Theater. I mean, beautiful.
Missy,
That's
add him to the list. We're
All
going to have him
right.
on the list.
He's on the list, sir.
Oh, my God. He's so talented, and then we're talking about art, and that's what it's all about. So go ahead.
Okay. So as part of this committee, that's where this project came from, called Courting Art. And if I'm honest about it, the way we look for initiatives every year to bring to the community to better the community. And I'll tell you, one day I was sitting in my courtroom. I have a courtroom in the courthouse in Norristown. And I looked into the courtroom, and we have some pictures to show you what it is that I actually look at. And I think you guys can put some pictures up of my courtroom, which has very blank walls.
Oh.
And it's a rather kind of dull, dreary place. And when you go into a courtroom, whether you're an attorney, a judge, a litigant, victims that have to face their aggressors, defendants themselves, it's a very stressful place.
Right.
And when you look at blank walls, it really doesn't do a lot to help ease that stress.
Right.
If you were to go to some of the...
There's always a stress. I mean, I'm a former
Always.
police officer and county detective in the DA's office, so I know what it is, stress. Even myself as a police officer, when I have to go and testify in court, it's stress,
Exactly.
Police officer, when you're in the car one, you don't, as soon as you hear car one, you don't know what the call is going to be, and your adrenaline starts moving, kid hit, somebody down, Marshall and DeKalb Street, and so, like I say, when you go in the courtroom, the stress is there, And same thing with the doctor's office. I like to have nice little pictures in there. When he's going, I can look at the picture. You know?
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, doctors' offices and hospitals have realized it long before the legal community that putting artwork up on the walls really helps to ease some of that stress.
Right.
And if you look in a hospital now or a doctor's office, you can't go into one that doesn't have beautiful artwork up.
Yeah.
And so it was a decision when I brought this to our committee. It was embraced fully by them. We looked at some of the other courtrooms in our courthouse, and then we also have a picture, I think, that can be shown of some of the courtrooms on the second and third floors that have beautiful murals. And Missy has a little information about the murals that she can share. The last time we really had art in our courthouse has been a really long time.
Good. And there's some beautiful artwork in some of the courtroom A and B, and you know.
Right.
Now tell me something about it.
And we have some pictures that we love to share with your audience
gonna
about
flash
those
on the
pictures.
screen. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But those are only few and far between in terms of the different floors of the courthouse and the different hallways. It is a blank canvas. But the last time art was actually commissioned in the courthouse was in the 1950s. A man by the name of Major George M. Harding actually was the last to actually basically produce these astounding murals. But they're in about a handful of courtrooms. And with what's going on in the economy these days, with what the budget crises that Montgomery County is facing, certainly you can't go to the commissioners to ask them to beautify the courtroom when they have many more pressing issues to resolve
Right, and right now the
themselves.
economy's the way it is.
Yes.
So what we're talking about, let's just stop right there and say, you got to get that green folding stuff up there and get this thing going.
Right,
okay?
we do, and that's what we've got an initiative. We've got really a lot of support for this initiative, and I think a lot of people are really excited about allowing members of the bar, members of the business community, our community partners. They're all behind this initiative, and I think it really is. We've got the Montgomery County Community College behind this, and that's where ultimately, and we'll review that, where this art is going to be displayed. But I think, Judge, piggybacking on what you had said, I really think you need to bring to the audience what it is we decided with this courting art project and why it's so important and integral between what we have going at the Bar Association and bringing it out to the community.
You talk pretty good.
Thank you, I appreciate that because I'm a stutterbug.
And what's your background?
My background, I'm from Maryland. I'm a transplant into Pennsylvania, and I do love Pennsylvania. I think I'm a Phillies fan now, even though, and that's hard to say.
Well, your love for art.
Yes, my
right?
love for art.
The way you're talking, I can see that you have a love for art.
I appreciate it. I have good handwriting, but I'm not an artist, I can't say.
Well, I don't think you don't have
she
to be an artist.
appreciates it.
But I appreciate it big time.
You don't have to be some of the greatest fight managers were never fighters. So as you
right.
promote the art, you are just as good as the artist.
That is true. And
Right.
that's the opportunity that we have here.
And here it is, the courthouse. Who did that, I wonder?
An artist named Susan Hallwell, who was kind enough to actually donate this painting to our project, Courting Art.
And if you can imagine, she has actually painted every one of the courthouses in the 67 counties in the state. And actually her series of these various courtrooms is actually displayed up in Harrisburg at the Judicial Center there.
Right.
And she donated this piece of art, and our lovely sponsors who are helping us fund this project have an ability to potentially to earn that.
I got to call a couple friends. Excuse me. Boom. What's supposed to do? My elbow or my hand? I don't know. Whatever. I go bobbing and weaving. But I got to call some of my friends and tell them that we got this thing going and we got to get some green folding stuff up there, right?
Well, I think that was another
Tell me
reason.
about that. Well, how are we going to get some money? What do we do?
Before we get to the money piece, if we
Okay.
could, I think the committee, when this idea was brought to the committee, we realized that it was certainly a need the county has, but we're also very vigilant of the fact that the county's struggling a little bit right now, and finances are so important on everybody's mind, and we certainly can't take taxpayer money to fund this initiative. As important as it is, we decided that there was another way to do that, and that's with the raising of money through our sponsors. This is not going to cost the taxpayers anything.
Good. Oh, yeah.
And I
good.
think that's a really
That's
important
I'm glad to hear that.
message to
Salute.
get out there. Salute. And we also realize that there are so many, as Missy called them, it's a blank canvas, our courthouse. From where we greet our jurors in the morning, it's a little drab, and that's where
Good.
the county sees our courthouse, which is really a beautiful facility, as you can see from this picture.
Beautiful.
And if we bring some of our residents, artwork into the courthouse, it's that much more appreciated. We like to say it's of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Amen. Hey, they don't have a pope yet, so I'm going to act in pope, okay? I'll give everybody a Cisco blessing, okay? Don't worry about it. We're going to bless this situation
Yeah,
here.
stealing from
Why,
the Gettysburg Address,
That's
right?
Okay. Well, y'all got to call a couple. Wait a minute, okay? Hey. Hey, you know, wait a minute. Hello, Papiscar. Yeah. Hey, listen, you have a beautiful picture of the Columbus Monument. And maybe give Judge Carluccio a call. Maybe we can get that posted and maybe a little donation that goes with the picture, okay? All righty. Okay, good. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay.
Well, thank
That's
you.
number one.
Thank you, Hank. That could be.
All right, who else? Now, where else now? All right, now tell me about the contest. I mean, not
Okay.
every Tom, Dick, and Harry here. You're just going to just throw pictures in there. It's going to be a contest. Right?
It is going to be a contest, and we decided together as a committee to focus it on our senior community in the county.
That's it.
Now, seniors are considered 55
I'm 89 years old. I'm a
89.
senior citizen. Right.
And do you paint?
Do I paint? I have fences and.
Well, we decided those members of our county who are 55 years and better, as we
paint.
say.
I can fight. That's art of boxing.
They can submit artwork.
The art of self-defense.
I don't know,
do
Missy,
that.
can we take boxing as a piece of art?
I'm thinking
I got some good pictures of boxers.
That's not the mixed media we're looking for, but
No? Well, how
maybe
about-
next time around.
Well, we'll think of something else. Okay.
And what we're focusing on the senior
Well,
community.
yeah, all right. Now that's a good question. What are we going to do? Flowers, birds, trees, people.
We actually have a theme, and it's
A theme.
A theme.
Christopher Columbus.
What I love about Montgomery County. We launched this initiative through a press conference on February 14th, and we've already gotten some feedback about interested senior artists who want to submit pictures of paintings of the Wissahickon Creek. We heard of a senior citizen who actually wants to paint her 300-year-old home in Montgomery County. So we're really excited about the talent that's out there and the kind of artwork that we think that we're going to solicit from this project.
Well,
It could be anything and anything. What do you love about Montgomery County?
you got rules and regulations on what the criteria, is that the word? Criteria?
We do, and I think that maybe you have a copy of those to post those, but it's anybody who's 55 years and better can submit artwork, mixed media, paintings, drawings. We cannot accept photographs at this point in time, or tapestry or sculptures. That might be in the future. This is no sculptures. We hope to run this contest ongoing every year because we do have a lot of space.
Hello, Michelangelo. No, he's not.
You know, Hank, it's funny. The name Courting Art, I want to mention how we came up with that name. And it was rather innocent. We had a community outreach committee meeting, and one of our members, Susan Bracchia, is an art teacher at AIM Academy in Montgomery County, in Mequon. And her daughter, a 9th grade student, was there sitting in on, she was off that day, sitting in, she was reading a Shakespeare story. And the idea came from her, actually, to call it Courting Art, which we thought was really
Fabulous.
catchy, worked great,
Right.
and that's where we got the name Courting Art. And this year, as we said, our theme is what I love about Montgomery County. You can interpret that however it is, whatever strikes you and warms your heart. And that's what we're looking for.
Now, you know, I interviewed Dr. Grace Grafey. She was when I had colon cancer or prostate cancer, both of them. She treated me, and she lives in the main line, and I would take her to the studio to interview her. And so when I drove her over here, she saw all the beautiful buildings in Norristown. She said, you know, architect, you know, and she says, I usually from the city line here, and I wouldn't see Norristown, but some beautiful buildings here in Norristown.
And that's
so
why-
you look like here, you know, there's so many buildings that, you know, that would be one feature there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to call. Hello, Charlie Tornetta, real estate. Hey, how about get involved here and get some of the nice, beautiful buildings you built, okay? Yeah. Well, get in the contest. Get somebody that can paint some of the beautiful buildings that you built, okay? All right? Yeah, make a donation on the way, too, okay? Bye-bye.
Excellent.
Two. Go ahead.
Okay, just checking those
Excellent.
off the list.
That's your dad.
I knew who that was. Thank you.
Go ahead.
I think it's something else that's really important. We want to get to sponsors, and Missy can really talk a lot about that. And if you want to do that,
The opportunity is not just for the senior artists, but it's also for business leaders in the community, law firms, you name it, community partners, and they can be a part of this. What we anticipate is, and we think we're going to get a ton of submissions, of different art, different pieces. And to the extent that we have these blank canvases, these blank walls within the courtrooms and the hallways of the courthouse, we think we've got a lot of space to take up in the courthouse. And there's an opportunity for members of the community to actually sponsor these pieces of winning art. And what we anticipate is, take this fine picture here. The parameters of of the artwork is 18 by 24 unmatted and unframed. So imagine 18 by 24 with a nice little mat and a frame around it. We're going to stick it wherever it needs to go to beautify the courthouse. And underneath that, the winning artist's name will be displayed.
I talked to John Doyle, and we're going to televise when you do all this hanging, and we're going to.
I mean, there are costs. There are certainly costs associated involved the installation, and we want to front the costs as a bar association. But we also think it's an opportunity for other businesses, law firms, you name it, to get involved and really be part of this project. It's not just a little committee within the bar association. It's bigger than that. It's a community that's out there and has an opportunity to say, this is our courthouse. As a community, we are taking.
Come in there.
We are coming in there and saying, we really care about this place.
That's what they're doing over here in Washington. They don't stop the tours. There's no stoppage in Montgomery County. You come into the courthouse and you check with the sheriff or somebody. They'll give you a tour.
Exactly.
They will always give you a
always
tour.
welcome. So I don't want to get into politics, but Donald Trump. Hey, Donald Trump, we need help over here. Okay, maybe you can throw a little money in this direction. Okay, I met him one time at Mike Grant, the fighter, was fighting in one of the
Atlantic
casinos
City?
in New York.
Maybe that's a phone
And he
call
came
you
in and
can
dressed
make,
him in
Hank.
to shake hands.
I know. He can be our platinum sponsor.
A billionaire, Who knows? Maybe a Lancer. I get a bit. Okay, go ahead.
Now, it's important that you start painting now if you're interested. Go on courtingart.com. It can give you all the regulations and the rules that we have. The drop-off is May 7th for the artwork at the Montgomery County Community College Fine Arts Center. We have to just give a scream out to Montgomery County Community College. Dr. Stout has lent us Sharon Beals, who is the director over there, who has been
name some other people that are helping out here.
She has given us just such a partnership with that community college has been just invaluable to us as a committee, as a bar association, and certainly for this project, because they're lending us their Fine Arts Center, affectionately known as the Art Barn, where we're going to do our initial showing. On May 10th and 13th, we will have public showings on those 2 dates. The night of the 13th, we'll have a VIP reception where all the winning art pieces will be acknowledged. There is cash money to be had out there. Top prize, Missy, is $1,000.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Where's my brush?
And you know what? Fittingly, May is actually Older Americans Month. So in terms of how this project came together and just made sense, the stars, the moon, they all aligned. And here it is. We're showcasing artwork of seniors within Montgomery County in Older American Month at the Montgomery County Community College. We're there to honor them, honor their talent, but also to beautify the courthouse. I just can't imagine a better project.
I think it's a great project, great.
And Hank, you may share the sentiment. I know that Missy and I have been in some of the older communities in our county, and the artwork and the talent that are certainly in some of the residential areas. There's so many talented seniors out there.
How else? News coverage. Check with Mike Marsh with the Montgomery Life.
We have done that.
Right.
We have done that.
Stan Husky.
We've done. Stan is actually on our committee.
And the other, he's on the committee?
He's on our committee.
Good.
Yes, he
Okay.
is.
Well, maybe he could put some music to the Tennessee Waltz. He's from Tennessee. La, 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 la.
And a different form of art.
Oh, yeah. But, I got a suggestion. Money.
Oh, we take them. Okay.
Okay. I think you ought to get the Center Theater that holds maybe 75, 80 people, and have the singers help the artists. So have a little show, singers, and donation, $100 to see it, okay? And if they want to throw more money, it's all right. So we would have that. And then I would have some of the paintings on display, or they would be able to, I'd be 75 100s, You know? What do you think?
We can certainly
I'll
talk about it. We'll talk about
Yes.
John Doyle, let's do that. I'll sing, Way Marie. I'll sing, you know. Hey, I talked years ago to, Italians or Sicilians. We're great for giving guys nicknames. And there's, I'm going to do a show one time when all the nicknames are different. And they live with these nicknames and they forever. They're known more by their nicknames than their real names.
Kind of like The Rock?
Yeah, like
Just making sure.
Right. So, yeah, that's right. And this one guy, he was a painter. And what do you think nicknames? Call him Jimmy the Brush and Jimmy Splash. But so we want to brush and we want to splash and we're going to have a real good time. I'm enthused about this, really. I think. So how about some other judges? Talking about the judges, they got pictures of all the judges in the courthouse.
Well, that is the other kind of artwork. There's a courtroom.
But they have them down in the cellar.
Not anymore.
No?
Not anymore.
They had them down in the cellar.
They did.
What is this?
They had the judges that were retired or had passed.
Yeah.
Were located down where the law library is. And in recent years, we've moved them up into some of the other courtrooms.
Yeah.
But we still have a lot of blank space.
Yeah. I remember when I was little, Judge Holland, Judge Danahauer, Judge Forrest, way back. That's 100 years ago. Tell my age. Sorry. So, all right, now. What's on the front burner right now? What do you got cooking now? What's your next move?
We have two things we're doing right now. One is soliciting the art, getting the word out there to people that are 55 years and older to submit their artwork to be part of this.
All right, where do they submit it?
They submit, if you go on our website, courtingart.com, it gives you all of that. There's a drop-off on May 7th at the Montgomery County Community College Fine Arts Center.
Between 12 and 7 p.m.
Now repeat that. I think we'll see if we can put that on the screen.
Put that on the screen.
So we'll get that too. But now, if somebody's so kind to say, well, look, I want to help the arts, where would I send the money? Okay, you send the money to the Montgomery, go ahead.
That's my thing.
That's your baby.
Montgomery Bar Association.
That's your baby.
It's my baby.
Bye,
I'm hoping that I'm a good fundraiser. Anyway, it's the Montgomery Bar Association in care of Jim Mathias, who is the Mathias, M-A-T-I-A-S.
Sounds like a saint, Mathias.
M-A-T-H-I-A-S. And he is the marketing and communications
guy,
director.
huh?
Great guy.
I got to have him on my show.
And honestly, we've got quite the talent over there at the Bar Association. If you check out that website, you will be
Jim
quite
Mathias
impressed.
and Jack Costello in our Bar Association have been absolutely irreplaceable when it comes to this project. We have to give them some kudos.
Tell me about yourself now. You're born and raised in Norristown?
I am Norristown born and bred. Grew up in Norristown itself, right outside. Went to school and went
What
to
school did you go
I went to Marshall Street Elementary School.
Marshall
Starting
Street.
out for 6 years, yes, I did. And then I went to other schools after that, but came back to Montgomery County, where I practiced law for a short period. I was federal prosecutor. I was the chief public defender
got public
here.
parochial schools?
I went to a mixture of both.
Both, right.
Well, private schools too.
Yeah. Well, I went to both Catholic and public schools, and I remember the nuns, the Holy Savior. Oh, Madonna. This one nun, man, she got backhand pow. I thought she was Italian, but she was Irish. But she used Italian backhand, And her name was Mary? What was that? Mary Perpetual Pain, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Sister Mary Perpetual Pain. See, pow, pow, And the last day, like on a Friday, we had to be in the auditorium, get ready sing the songs and Mass for Sunday. And I never knew the words. I would mouth it like it, and she'd go,
You can't get away with
I
that.
don't know. She was like radar, Oh my God, her hand would come out so fast, like Muhammad Ali, boop boop, But I love them. I think the teachers that are toughest are the ones I learned the most from.
The ones you never forget.
The guys would sit back and do that. Like, yeah, I do that there. I want tough guys. I want somebody to do it. Okay. Same thing with a judge. I want the judge to be fair, right to the thing. Okay.
You mentioned judges, and I think another thing that we're going to do is we're going to have this art juried. And the jury will consist of several judges from the Court of Common Pleas that work with me, in addition to a few artists that are going to actually pick the winning entries that will be able to hang in our courthouse. So maybe, we're not sure exactly how many, maybe 20, 25 will win, will actually be hanging in the courthouse for years to come. We expect they will be there for years to come. And the other pieces will be just on display that don't win, will still be on display.
When's the public exhibition? When's that going to be?
That's going to be May 10th and May 13th
May
at,
10th
again,
and 13th.
Montgomery County Community College Art Barn, in their art barn.
Yeah, you were very much involved with Montgomery County Community College, I remember.
I
'cause
was, you're exactly
I graduated
right.
there and I lost my paper and you found it and got it, I appreciate that,
I was. I'm a big fan of community college.
All right, now, for more information, who do they call? We got a number on the screen,
We have a number on the screen and also the website.
six-
The website can tell you everything.
right? And also 610-270-9, make sure I get it right here. 610-279-9660, okay? Call, I'll give you information and also your website, courtingart.com, okay? It's time to say it's over. The party's over, our half hour's over. So I want to thank you very much, and I want to help you in any way. I know John Doyle, the director, is 100% for art, and we're going to follow you. We're going to help you in every way. And I'm asking the public, please, and we cover, Comcast, Verizon, we cover Einstein Hospital is another one. That's another one. Yeah. Hello, Einstein. Get your money ready, okay? Letter, okay. That's enough
Einstein
there.
has just done great art on
Yeah,
their
oh
walls,
yeah.
so
No,
they
they're
understand
good
it.
guys
Yes,
over there.
they are.
So, until we meet again, aspetta. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our
Thank
pleasure.
you. And then we go over here and
here
we
we go.
say, alla salud. In Italian
Salud.
means
Excellent.
to your health. What is that?